Hey, what is going on everyone? I hope you all are having a wonderful day. Today I'm gonna be showing you how you can color grade your footage, and more specifically color grading the CineStyle log profile on Canon cameras. Some Canon cameras do not come with a log profile built in, so you're gonna have to manually download that from the internet, and I have already made a separate video on how you can get CineStyle, which is a log profile for your camera. I'll have a link to that in the description below. Now, what are log profiles really? They shoot a more flat and neutral looking image so that you can color grade it in post-production, which is going to produce better dynamic range, and it's going to allow you to achieve a certain look or color that you want. So for example, I am shooting this on the CineStyle color profile, and I'm going to be showing you how you can color grade it to go from this, which is the neutral look, to this. Why is that not working? Yep, there we go. This is the color grade. Okay, so let's fire up Premiere Pro and start color grading. Okay, so once you've opened up Premiere, I have this video clip right here, which is shot on the Canon 80D using the CineStyle picture profile. And the first thing that you want to do is you want to go to the color tab inside of Premiere Pro, which is going to open up your lumetri color right here, and then we're going to go to lumetri scopes. And what we're going to be working with today is the waveform and the RGB parade. If you don't see any of these, just right click and then you have the parade for RGB and the waveform. So this represents the red, green and blue channels, and this represents the overall brightness in your image. So 255 being clipped highlights, which is the brightest parts of your video being these lights right here, and the lowest point at 25 being your dark deep shadows. So as you can see, mostly everything in the waveform is sitting in the middle, and we're gonna try to add some contrast to it. So the first thing that we want to do is we want to go to the contrast, and we're going to add it up. And as you can see, as I add more contrast, the waveform starts to spread more highlights and more shadows. And I'm going to take the shadows, make them a bit deeper, and the blacks as well. So I'm going to take the blacks until they start hitting this point at 0. So the deep blacks, such as right here, they're actually black, not grayed out. Now we have a more contrasting image already. So if we take a look at the before and the after, this looks a lot better by just adding some contrast and color correcting the video. And I'm gonna add some saturation, about 115. This seems nice. Now as you can see, there's some yellow light on my skin tones. It's a bit much, so we're gonna fix that in a bit. Now that we've done color correcting the video, we're just gonna add a new adjustment layer, and I'm gonna drag it over my video clip. Go back to the color, and right here is where we're gonna do our grade. So what we want to do is, once you finished color correcting your video, I'm gonna go to the creative, and I like to add some sharpness. I typically add about 6 or 8. Anything above that, the image just looks way too sharp in my opinion. So I'm just gonna keep it at 8, and maybe add just a tad bit of vibrance, just kind of make the image pop a little bit more. And here you can go for a creative look. Maybe you can use a LUT if you want to, but I'm not really gonna use anything. Then we're gonna jump over to the Hsl Secondary. But before we start working with this, I'm gonna go to the effect controls, and I'm gonna copy the lumetri color, Ctrl C, Ctrl V, and I'm gonna reset the second one by clicking on this tab. And now I'm gonna work with the Hsl Secondary, which pretty much just selects one color that you grade. So if we click here and I click on my face, it has selected, as you can see, the orange/yellow color, which is my skin tones. And to see what you selected, just click on this box right here, and as you can see, this is what I have selected. So we're gonna click on the plus icon to select more of my face. And if you have selected something that you don't want, so you can click on the minus, and then you can click right there. Okay, so now we're just gonna add some denoise and blur to refine the mask and to feather it a bit. And what I like to do is I like to brighten up my face just a bit. This is going too much, this is just extreme. And I like to brighten up just a touch so that it pops a bit more from the background. And there is some yellow, I have a yellow light coming from here, and it's a little bit much, so I'm just gonna do a -3, maybe even a bit more, to kind of cool my face a bit because it's too warm. So we're gonna go with the -7, and looks a lot better. And that's pretty much it, really. You can go to the color wheels, and if we go for the orange and teal look, so you go to the shadows and you increase the teals just a bit, and then you go to the highlights and you go towards the orange tones. And as for the mid-tones, I'm gonna go towards the orange as well. Maybe I'm just gonna leave the mid-tones, maybe I'm just gonna brighten them up a bit and reduce the shadows to have more contrast in the image. So reduce the shadows a bit and increase the highlights. And it's not much, but it makes the image pop a bit more. Lastly, I'm gonna show you a cool trick that I like to use, and it's just gonna it looks really cool for some reason. I really like to use this. So I'm gonna go to the lumetri on my video, and then I'm gonna select both of them, cut, Control X, go to the adjustment layer, Control V, and now I have everything that I have ranging from color correction to color grades to the mask on my face right here. So that when I want to show the grade, for example, I go to the beginning of my video, and this is where it's beginning, and then we click animate to the position, and it starts from a raw footage file and it slowly jumps to the color graded clip. So this is how it looks, and this looks really awesome in my opinion. I really love using this, and you've probably seen this in the intro. Actually, yeah, I've used this in the intro. So anyhow, yeah, this is how I color grade my videos. I'm using the CineStyle picture profile. Once more, I have a link to the description for a video explaining how you can download and install this on your Canon camera if you don't have a lock profile. And as always, leave a like down below if you enjoyed this video, subscribe for more future uploads, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.